Our gospel for today, my dear friends, is taken from Mark chapter 12, verses 18 to 27. You know, the resurrection has always been a problem for many religions, most probably because they don't know how to explain it. In fact, Sadducees, one of the sects of the Jews during those times, they have the Essenes, we have the Sadducees, and the Pharisees. These are the most prominent sects of religion or Judaistic religion during the time of Christ. So, Pharisees, which of course are very influential, very powerful, and then comes the Sadducees and the Essenes. The Essenes are the spiritualist ones. They're actually stationed near the Jordan River by the Dead Sea, which we call Qumran or Qumran. Well, of course, the Sadducees and the Pharisees are very much interspersed in city living in Jerusalem. Now, the Sadducees, for example, it seems that they cannot understand how to explain the resurrection. And so, since they cannot explain the resurrection, they just say that there is no such thing as the resurrection. You see, this is a little kind of an intellectual dishonesty. Simply because you cannot explain anything, it means that that does not exist. It's very much like the so-called agnosticism. Agnostics would believe that if nothing is in your mind, then it doesn't exist, meaning things only exist as far as the mind can perceive it. And so if somebody cannot perceive the nature of God, and simply he cannot understand God, then most probably God does not exist. You see, so for them, only things that you understand are things that exist. Now, for the Sadducees, they believe that there is no such thing as the resurrection, simply because they cannot explain it. In fact, they would even delve on the point wherein it could be ridiculous. For example, the Sadducees came to Jesus and asked him, "Teacher, Moses wrote for us, if someone's brother dies, leaving a wife but no child, his brother must take the wife and raise up descendants for his brother." Now, there were 7 brothers. The first married a woman and died, leaving no descendant. So the second brother married her and died, leaving no descendant as well. And the third likewise. And the 7 left no descendants, marrying the woman, all of them. Last of all, the woman also died. Now, at the resurrection, if there is resurrection, when they arise, whose wife will she be? Because all 7 married her, and no child. Now, Jesus said to them, "Are you not misled, because you do not know the Scriptures or the power of God? When they rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but they are like the angels in heaven." Now, as for the dead being raised, have you not read in the book of Moses, in the passage about the bush, how God told him, "I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob"? He is not the God of the dead, but of the living. You are greatly misled. So Jesus explained to them that there is such thing as a resurrection. The mind can reach the whole idea of the resurrection. The mind can explain the existence of the resurrection, and therefore it is a plausible reality to believe in, meaning that man can believe the resurrection because it could be explained, even not in a manner that you can really exhaust all the concepts or the idea behind it or beyond it, but still, resurrection is a logical belief. We can put logic into this belief. And so you see, my dear friends, the challenge to you is simple. There are many things that simply we cannot understand, but not because we cannot understand. They don't exist, and we don't want them to exist. And this is dangerous because this is the key word or the key concept for the atheists. Since the atheists are not accepting any explanation about religion, about the existence of God, because they themselves are not satisfied with the explanation of the Jews, the Muslims, the Hindus, and the Christians. They simply reject any philosophical explanation or even theological or common sense explanation. Then they say that since I cannot explain the meaning of God, the meaning of religion, then most probably there is no such thing as God. But this is all intellectual dishonesty.